It didn't take too long to find some fish under heavy cloud cover on this early summer morning. I found them willing to come to the top and check out a 9-inch sluggo. But unfortunately, they seemed kind of timid when it came to attacking the lure. Lots more lookers and turnaways than strikers. Tried going smaller with a 7-inch finesse fish, and tried bigger with a 10-inch finesse fish, but the only thing that seemed to at least bring them to the top was that 9-inch sluggo. I'd figured out the location part of the pattern. Presentation-wise, I was close. I was getting their attention, getting them to come up and look at it, even getting some to take a half-hearted swipe at my lure. Now if I could only get them to commit. Tried a couple surface and near-surface hard baits with multiple treble hooks hanging from their bellies. Maybe I didn't stick with any of them long enough. 8 or 10 casts without a fish showing any interest, and I was switching lures. After going through 4 or 5 hard bait options, I went back to my 9-inch ice shad sluggo and got an immediate hit. No hookup, but at least I got hit. After a few hits that I felt the fish take the lure but still didn't hook it, I dug out a pre-rigged tandem 9-inch sluggo from the tackle box. Maybe the fish I'm missing are all hitting the tail end of the big bait. I had to try something, and this was the most logical option, even if it wasn't available in the ice shad color that I was convinced had been drawing all the attention from the fish. Two casts into throwing the pre-rigged bait, I got hit. I'm hooked up. Had I found the answer? The lure with a pair of belly hooks got me hooked up when virtually identical lures with only the front hook got me swirls and tail grabbers, but no serious attempts to eat it. I generally fish these larger baits in the salt on medium heavy or heavy freshwater gear and use 30-pound Suffix 832 braid with a 20-pound Seagar and Vizix leader. I like to use a combination of reel spin and rod tip twitches to work the sluggo, and I tend to move it at a pretty good clip, with very few pauses of more than a second or so. I move the bait with a quick half rotation of the reel handle and a rod tip twitch. The reel does most of the pulling, the twitch is to generate slack at the end of each forward dart, so the lure is free to turn off to one side or the other. And pay attention to which direction of lure movement in relation to the current is drawing the most solid reaction from the fish. Most anglers, myself included, throw mostly up current. Most days that's the best approach, but not every day. Sometimes, including this day, working the lure into the current triggers more strikes. When I snapped my trusty fish gripper onto the big girl's lower lip, it snapped. The fish gripper, not the fish's jaw. Fortunately, I have another hanging from the opposite condom. This striper went just under 35 inches long and had a pretty solid build. It also hit on an upcurrent retrieve. That is, I had cast the lure down current and was working it into the current when the fish hit. The key to working a sluggo, finesse fish, or other soft bait on top is to pause its forward motion only long enough to let it walk to one side or the other, but keep it moving and don't let the fish get too good a look at it. I'm back to the ice shed sluggo with standard Texposed rigging. I suspect that the swirls, turnaways, and hesitant bites that I was experiencing earlier were more related to fish not really being on feed yet than anything else. Since they turned on, it's been hookups on a 2 out of 3, maybe even 3 out of 4 rate, with most of the fish in the 26 to 30 inch range. Eventually, the fog and clouds gave way to clear blue skies, and the bite died off quickly. Looking forward to the opportunity to unearth my next outing's secret. Thanks for watching.